Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me now, the man of the moment, Keyshawn Davis. How you doing, Keyshawn?
I'm doing great, man. Feeling great. Just had my coffee. How you doing, man?
Mate, what a way to start the day.
Yeah, every day.
Give you that little boost, get you going.
Man, give me that boost and then some.
Yeah, definitely. Well, as I say, you're kind of the man of the moment. You're a big talking point at the moment. Everyone's saying, this kid, and I use kid loosely, but this kid is the one to watch.
Yeah, man, and honestly, I don't really, feed into what the media has to say, whether it's good or bad. I just stay focused and just, go about my business accordingly. And because I feel like once you start, getting into the media, then it starts going to your head or you just lose focus. So I'm glad they saying things like that, and I'm just trying to, keep putting on great performances.
Yeah. Take the positives, mate. Take the positives.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that never hear those words. So you're obviously onto something amazing. And, where did it all start for you?
It all started when I was 9 years old. Me and my brothers, Keyshawn and Kelvin Davis, started around the same time. Well, at the same time, actually. And, we never stopped ever since we started. We went to the gym one day and we were just watching kids our age just spar. I was 9, big brother was 11, little brother was 7. And it was kids in the ring sparring. And we were just mesmerized of they actually knew how to box and they had skill. And we wanted to do it ourselves. And our mother, turned to us and asked us, do we want to sign up? And we told her yes. And the next day we signed up and we never stopped.
Yeah. Because you were saying to me, before we came on air, your amateur career, you had a good, solid amateur career, over 100 fights.
Yeah, probably 200 fights, honestly. Whatever's on BoxRec, I don't really know what's on BoxRec, but whatever is up there, I know they not wrong. They not. I wouldn't say they're not wrong, but they not right either. It's in the middle. But it all started, man. I feel like I would say when I started growing my fan base, it all started when I made the team, Team USA, and I started traveling internationally and started competing against top-notch competitors. And I was not only beating them, but I was wiping them out. And it was just like, who is this kid, 18-year-old kid, 19-year-old kid that's beating these top-notch competitors coming from America? Do we have something big? And as time played out, I just kept winning, and they realized we had something big. It was me. And going into the Olympics, I was going to be the Olympic hopeful, the one to win the gold medal, so on and so forth. So now that I got past that journey and we here in pro, I still feel like I'm turning heads and, proving everybody right this time.
Yeah, no, 100%, mate. And as I say, you started your pro career this year, didn't you? I think it was in February you had your first fight.
Yes, under the Canelo versus Yeardom card out in Miami in the Dolphin Stadium.
Mate, you don't do things, on small measure, do you? Let's be honest.
Nah, man. I couldn't do the small measures with all the work I done put in the amateurs. Coming into pros, it had to been worth the while. I've been an amateur for about 12 years, so going into pros just had to been something spectacular, something special, and that's the only thing I'm gonna give my supporters, my fans, moving on forward. Also.
Yeah. And Eddie put a hell on a show that night, didn't he?
Man, Eddie loved me, man. Honestly, I love Eddie. He was texting me before I had my pro debut. Before I even met Eddie, he was in my DMs, excited to meet me and stuff like that. And when we met, it was nothing but great things for him to say about me. And if I can do it all over again, I would do it again.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I think that night I witnessed the longest ring walk in history with Canelo. because it went on for ages, didn't
it? Well, at least we got something to watch because that fight was about 4 rounds, so he had to make something long.
Oh, mate, exactly.
Worth the wait.
Oh, yeah. And you know, we say you started your debut Canelo versus Yildirim, and then your second fight at Herring versus Frampton. You've picked 2 massive shows, mate. Do you know what I mean? And you've come out on top in both of those, and you've made a real impact. So, you know, what did you think of the card this past weekend?
Shoot, the card was great. Real quick, just about the main event. The main event was definitely something special. If it was a crowd, we could have had crowds, that fight, that arena would have been loud, would have been crazy because just the fight in general, round after round, it had everybody's attention. Man. It was just Jamel put on a great performance. Shouts out to Carl Frampton too for getting there fighting, showing his true champion and showing he's the true champion. And without him, it couldn't have been a great fight, you know. But the main event was a great fight. It was just really something to watch. But just leading up to, you know, fight week, weigh-ins and stuff like that, it was, man, just being in Dubai, it's really like unexplainable. Like it's something that people got to experience, you know, like Dubai is just really something different. And I'm glad I got to experience that. And not only that, just like being on a big card like that, coming from Canelo card to Jamel and Herring versus Carl Frampton, a fight that been pushed back for like a year. Yeah. You know, the build up is crazy. And, I just got to experience being on the card like that. And that was just, you know, that's just the grace of God, honestly. And like I said, I'm just happy I got to experience something like that.
Yeah. And as I say,
and honestly, like keep it real. The only prospects or the only people on that undercard was people from different countries. You had Kazakhstan, you had like just people all over from different countries. Like I was the only on the undercard. I was the only American fighter. You know what I'm saying? And that just says a lot. You know, that really says a lot that I'm just the only American fighter on that card. Me and Jamel Herring.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what show you both put on, because I say, you know, Jamel, what a finish. And he was superb, wasn't he? And, you know, you come out, and in my opinion, your performance, you just boxed him until he couldn't take it anymore. You know, you had incredible movement, you know, the way you move your feet, the way you throw your jab, you just went in there and you wouldn't know that was your second fight. It was like you've been doing it as a pro for years, because just the way you worked it. So hats off to you, man. That was great.
Thank you, man. It just hats off to the people that I got a chance to work with coming into the pros. You know, of course, Keyshawn Davis, and I was alongside of him since 2016, and he went pro before me, so I got to, you know, be alongside of his journey, developing it in his pro game when he turned pro. And I was watching a lot of Shakur Stevenson. I watched his debut all the way up to his fight, to the fights he has now and how he developed. And I just wanted to do it better than him, of course. And, back in the day, we used to talk about days like this, how it's going to be my turn and stuff like this. And I just got the years of opportunity to think about it, to develop into it. And now it's just coming into play.
Yeah. Well, when are you hoping to get back out?
I'm gonna be fighting next month. Me and my big brother on the same exact card. Me and my big brother.
You're both literally going straight back out next month.
Yes, next month.
So how many times are you hoping to fight this year?
About 7, 8 around that time. Around that. That's 7 knockouts, 8 knockouts.
Yeah, that's bad. Well, to be fair, if you keep getting it done in, say, 1 or 2 rounds, you're just moving on, aren't you, into the next one and the next one and the next one, because your fitness is there, isn't it? So you're just able to just roll back into the next camp and then just crack on, aren't you?
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about that is the only real strenuous camp I had was my debut, because it was getting ready for pros, switching over, doing a lot of different things that I haven't done before. But now I got the debut camp out the way. Each and every camp is just staying in shape and getting better. It's not do this, do that, do this, do that. It's let's keep doing more of what we was doing. But it's like I'm already knowing what we about to do going into camp. just preparation is different for a different fighter. So it's like it's really like clockwork now. It's really just like clockwork and just staying focused, honestly.
Can we expect to see you then on the Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders card then? Because it sounds like you're already on a roll and you're heading towards it. I suppose you can't say anything.
I mean, me and my brother on that card would be nothing but spectacular, man. You know, so just look out for us.
Yeah. Well, if that's not a gentle nudge in that direction, I don't know what is. But as a fan, because you're obviously a massive boxing fan as well, what fights are you looking forward to seeing this year?
Hopefully they can somehow, some way, can make that fight happen with Terrence Crawford and Pacquiao.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see a Teofimo fight. What's his opponent name again?
I think there's so many names flying about because
Teofimo have an opponent on Triller. I forgot his name, but he's supposed to be fighting sometime in June. I'm looking forward to see Teofimo fight.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing Shakur Stevenson fight. And I'm looking forward to see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
I was wondering if that was going to come in at some stage.
You can't forget about that one.
Probably one of the biggest sort of heavyweight fights on the planet.
Yes, it might just do more numbers than the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder. I think it will.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it will.
It'd be a shame if it's not over here, which it probably won't be because obviously due to the COVID restrictions, I don't think it's going to happen. But it'll probably be back out where you were, or possibly over that end of the world. But because money talks as well, so
yeah, you can have fans there.
But I'm the same as you. I'd love to see Pacquiao versus Crawford.
That's a very interesting fight right there.
Who do you see winning that?
I mean, of course, I see Terrence Crawford winning. Just mostly by just the age difference, But Pacquiao always put up great performances, and Pacquiao never get wiped out. So I would love to see how Terrence Crawford would to beat him, honestly.
Yeah. I think, as you say, there's big fights coming up this year, and hopefully we're going to see you in. Well, if I get to see you fighting 6 or 7 times this year, then I'm happy because the last 2 performances have honestly been great. So I really look forward to seeing you back out again, mate.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that support for real. Once you see my brother fight, my big brother Keyshawn Davis fight, you gonna be just saying the same thing about him. Trust me.
But I've clearly got to say that you're better though.
I wouldn't even say that, man. My big brother, he's 140. He's 6'1". He done fought a lot of people in the amateurs. He went to the Olympic trials. He fought Teofimo. He fought Lamont Roach. He fought Gary Russell. He got a lot of experience just like me. And he's alongside of me and getting the extra experience outside of the ring. So he's a southpaw. It's just a whole different style of fighting that's with him. It's not really no comparison. Understand what I'm saying? And just like I said, just look out for him.
Mate, I'm certainly not going to argue with him by the sounds of it if he's 6'1".
At 140.
Yeah, no thanks.
6'1". Southpaw.
Yeah, southpaws are bad enough, as you know. So, no, honestly, thanks for your time, Keyshawn, and I'm looking forward to your fights ahead. And hopefully we get to see the fights that you want to see as well, mate.
Yes, man. I hope they can make that happen, man. And before I go, shout out, of course, my mother, Wanda Davis. Shout out my 2 sisters that always been supporting me, Shanice, Chantel Davis, and of course, shout out DB3, man. Me and my brother's brand. My 2 brothers behind it, Keyshawn Davis, my little brother. He's 6'2", 138. So going to the pros, he'll most likely be 135, 6'2". My bigger brother, 6'1", 140. He made his debut on the NBC Sports on television. And he's 1-0, 1 knockout, got that knockout in the 2nd round. And he's going to be returning in the ring with me next month. And just shout out DB3, man. Once we get on the card together, y'all going to know how powerful we are, how great we are. And I just can't wait till I can make that happen.
Well, put it this way. Hopefully one day I can get the 3 of you on at the same time. And we'll see how your careers are going.
Yes, sir, man. And anytime you want to make that happen, we can make that happen.
Yeah, no,
For
definitely.
sure.
I really appreciate your time, and you know, you made a fan out of me on Saturday night because honestly, mate, you were quality, and we
Thank you.
appreciate it in the UK when we see talent. You know, we get behind it. So, wish you all the best
Yes.
for the future.
Thank you. And I would love to come out to the UK and put on a fight there.
Oh, mate, get in the DMs with Eddie. Sort it out.
I see what he talk about.
Sort it out, mate. Get over here. It'd be good to meet you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll definitely catch up soon, and thanks for your time.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you.
Take care. See you soon.
All right.
Keyshawn Davis, real natural talent, brilliant boxing ability, and he's hoping to get out 7 times this year. Yeah, really looking forward to it. Just what a nice guy. And yeah, watch out for his brothers as well. Sounds like there's a lot of talent in that family, and yeah, just looking forward to seeing what they can do in the future. So yeah, hopefully he's going to be back out next month and back on the show soon. So thanks for watching JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. If you've enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, check out the rest of the content, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.